whether you don't like to give your information over to these central exchanges or you just simply want to avoid KYC, here is your guide. Now, the first option, obviously, to obtain cryptocurrency is to mine it. Now, this is going to require some technical know-how, and it could take a long time to even break even on your thousands of dollars worth of hardware. And, you're mining a ton of these smaller coins, which you can swap out to Bitcoin, which we will cover that later in the video. But, the average electricity prices are going up very quickly, especially in parts of Europe and in the United States. It's no longer profitable to mine. So what do? Well, you head on over to kycnot.me and you use one of these exchanges in order to actually buy crypto with fiat. Now, any of these websites that have the little green cash sign means that you can actually buy crypto with them. And unfortunately, on a lot of these websites, it's hard to avoid surveillance because even though it's peer-to-peer, you're still being tracked by banks that you probably are going to be transferring through. If you're in the same country doing a domestic wire transfer, or you're using a more international friendly payment method, let's say you're using PayPal, and that's still linked to your bank account at the end of the day. So you're still being watched, even if you use peer-to-peer in a lot of situations. Now there is cash by mail or gift cards, which are pretty expensive. And considering that you might be paying a 15 or higher % actual fee on just buying crypto with gift cards, it can be pretty steep. Now, once you actually have your crypto, then you can head on over to one of these exchanges. Now, these aren't the only ones that work, but I just found that the ones similar to Binance or KuCoin, they require a lot of, account signing ups, and when you actually want to withdraw, they have high fees to withdraw. One time I wanted to withdraw Tether, and it cost almost $20 on KuCoin, which was pretty expensive, considering that I only had about $50 in there at that time. Now, for Simple Swap, like in the name, it is very simple, and I got my funds pretty fast. That is not the case at all with TradeOgre, because with TradeOgre, it takes around an hour for your deposit to be confirmed when you actually deposit on the platform, and then when you trade, the price might be a little bit off from what you actually see on other exchanges, but there's not many arbitrage opportunities because the fees, eliminate that, and it takes quite a while to withdraw as well. So I would only use this exchange if you're swapping smaller cryptocurrencies if you went the mining route. And the final one at the bottom there, that is MEXC, which actually is the one that I have used and trusted a lot of money to. And as you guys know, you can't use it in places like the United States, so you're going to need to use a VPN. And the VPN that I personally use is Mulvad VPN, because it's only a $5 fee for each month, and you're not really locked into a subscription service like all these other VPNs that could potentially try to lock you into a 3-year plan and say it's $2 a month. Well, that's personally not for me. I'd rather just spend the $5 a month and gain access to the VPN that does not spy on me and is privacy friendly. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and just remember, don't tax evade because the feds will find you, and you are not as anonymous as you think on the internet. So, with that being said, pay your taxes and enjoy the gains.